When I think about EFDN, I think about getting inspired and meeting new friends.
I think about collaboration.
Inspiring.
Sharing.
Creativity.
Fundraising.
Partnerships.
New ideas.
Great opportunity to share good practices.
EFDN is a unique family that shapes common values.
EFDN for me is motivational.
EFDN to me means building new networks with new partners for the good of our own local communities.
Welcome back to Studio Morethanfootball and welcome to day 2 of this 14th EFDN conference. I hope you all enjoyed day 1. We have a big day ahead of us, lots of things planned, so let's get started. With me are Robert Maaskant and Jessie Kempinen. Robert, yesterday, or actually in the last couple of days, we've also seen how big the role can be and the influence of football and football players and how positive change can be reinforced through them.
Absolutely. I mean, just take the example of Rashford in England. What he's done just by himself, raised again over £400 million to get his food action going. And I think it's incredible that even just one player can get this done. And just imagine if we all work together and we have all the FAs and the leagues and the clubs throughout Europe working together on these goals, we can achieve so much.
Yeah, and this also shows the influence and how much power and positive power and reinforcement football players can have.
Yeah, most
what
definitely.
They can do with
I mean, and it's again, it's for the communities, but also for themselves. If they start realizing and if they're aware of how big they are in their communities and how much good they can do with this. And I think, I guess we are the people to tell them, and to make them realize that we can achieve so much more than we are doing now.
Yeah, well, and then this is a great example. Jessie, can you tell a little bit more about what you do at EFDN and your role in this company?
Well, first off, thank you for having me here. What am I doing at EFDN? Well, I have a very long experience of working within this organization. No, just kidding. This is my second week. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, or yet at least. But so far, I've been throwing in straight to the fire immediately, working with this conference, and I'm super impressed by the competence among the staff at EFDN, as well as all of the initiatives taken and conducted by European clubs, FAs and leagues so far. So truly inspired. That's what I am right now. Hopefully I can answer more concrete on what I'm supposed to do in a couple of more weeks. And
how did you get to EFDN? Why do you think this is important?
Well, first of all, I've been working with social issues for a very long time already. I have an experience of working as a public officer in the public sector in Sweden, working with youth employment programs as well as social investment questions, financial strategies, and also been working as a project leader in the third sector of Sweden, working with the most burning social questions like fatal violence among youth that is increasing at the moment, and polarization, segregation. So, I mean, this is something I'm passionate about, and I really hope that I can contribute to these questions from more of a football perspective.
Yeah, this sounds like it's right up your alley.
Well, that's why we're so happy he's with us now, and he really can contribute to what we are doing. Rivka, I'm taking over your role now a little bit. I mean, we invited you, and that was not just because you were great in presenting these shows, but you have a lot of involvement in football as well. Can you explain that to us, please?
I've been a sports journalist at the biggest Dutch media company now for 10 to 12 years. I've been presenting shows. I'm very involved in women's football in particular. I follow the Dutch national team and the Dutch National League. So I'm very involved in that. Besides that, I've always felt the need to be involved in these kind of social issues. My heart is very big for sports, but also what it can do to the world. And I think for football, I have a little extra place in my heart because my fiance is an ex-football player since this summer. She's actually played for a lot of clubs that are hopefully watching right now, like Ajax, PSV, Barcelona. So, I'm very involved in the football world and what it can do to the world. definitely.
Not bad teams to play for, by the way.
No, she has quite a nice curriculum. That's very true.
She's been in goal for the most of the time, huh?
Yeah. She's a goalkeeper. Yeah.
So you're a coach as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Robert, let's look back on day one. What are your thoughts now that you got to sleep over it for a night?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the General Assembly from last night, which all points were approved by our members. Our CEO Hubert Rovers had a great role in this again. Prepared it very well this meeting, and so it was a successful meeting. We're happy about this, that we can continue our goals and continue the strategy we set for 2021, and even further than that. Obviously, we look into 2030 already. What we can do is for CSR.
That is a very long-term plan, isn't it?
Well,
especially in the football world.
We kind of need to. If you see the growth of EFDN now, and if you see the involvement in football and in sports by individual players, clubs, leagues, FAs, that everybody starts to realize how important this is and what kind of role we can play. And we're that network. So we have a big role in this, and we'd like to connect all those stakeholders which we have. So we have to look long term. We have to see what project can work, the best practices, get together, but also look into the future, because the sports landscape is changing. Esports is coming in. That's also something we should have a look at least. The combination of, and we will talk about that at the roundtables as well, the combination of the leagues, the clubs, how we're going to be involved with this. There's a lot of work to do, and that's why we have a long-term program. Yeah.
So the General Assembly was successful. Also, the votes are in. We can't say anything about it.
No, we can't say it. But luckily, we know a little bit more. I was not in the jury, but the votes are in. We kind of know who won it. They will know this afternoon as well, because obviously we have to send the cup, because it's not there anymore, as you can see.
No, it's actually on its way to the winner.
It's on its way to the winner, and they will be very surprised if they get it. But there were all of them, all five, were fantastic to see yesterday, and the presentations, the way that people presented it, so professional, and you kind of want to be part of it. I sent a text to Legia even. I worked at Wisła Kraków, which is the big rival in Poland. And I told them I was proud of them, which is a strange thing to say for somebody from Wisła Kraków to Legia, but that's the good thing of CSR in football. It's not about rivalry; it's about getting together and making the best out of things for your communities. Great compliment to them. And again, the votes are in. So
we're going to see tomorrow who has won it. Jesse, this is obviously your first conference. What are your thoughts after day one? You've seen everything also from behind the screen, obviously.
Exactly, and that's a very interesting perspective, seeing how people work around and the team, how they are collaborating and really pushing as much as they can to deliver a beautiful conference. So I'm very satisfied so far. And I have high expectations on these coming 2 days. I hope that we will deliver such a standard that everyone who's participating during this conference will come back to the next conference. So I'm just looking forward to connect more with people and looking forward for the discussions during the roundtables this, 45 minutes here.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a big part of today. Is there anything in particular that comes to mind that made an impression on you on day one, because you've seen most of it, most of the program?
Well, I must say that the presentations regarding the award presentation from the clubs were really impressive. So let the best project win.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. Let's look ahead now, because it is time for day two. We have a couple of things to get through. First of all, at 10:15, right after this, we have a presentation from Hubert about the Healthy Football League app. After that, the roundtables. Robert, can you tell me a little bit about it? Because this is
first on the Healthy
League,
name. Really short, and I definitely want to knock Breda, which I signed up for as well. I've been manager for a long time. My dad was a manager here in the stadium where we are, and we're leading at the moment in the contest. But Hubert will explain that to you. Obviously, we're making a lot of steps. We're running. We're cycling for to get the healthiest and try to stay on top of the league. So that will be an interesting one, which Hubert is going to explain.
Definitely.
We're going to the roundtables, and basically this is what the network is all about, to get the clubs, the leagues, the FAs together to discuss things and make things better from there. I want to go over most of the roundtables and explain some things. We have 10 roundtables. Which camera I'm going to take? That one there. We're going to have 10 roundtables, and we can have 50 people per roundtable. So that's a lot. Probably everybody can get in. If there's more than 50, then you have to change and choose another table. It's quite simple. It's new to me as well, so that's why I'm stuttering a little bit. You have to click on the link. If you click on the link of the round table, there's a description where you can see what's going on in that round table, and from there it will guide you on. We ask you to keep your camera on, and that's basically that we want you to stay tuned. From our experience, the webinars we followed ourselves, is if you get the camera off, you're likely to do something else. We would like you to stay in contact, which makes it easier for the host as well as the other people who are in that round table. And the sound off. If you would like to join, if you would like to say, you can raise your hand in the system or through the chat, which we have, which works quite well. Going through those round tables, we have a round table, obviously, which is the big topic at the moment, the impact of COVID-19. That will be an interesting one. I'm sure that a lot of clubs will be involved in that one. We have the disability football. Later on this conference, we have some disabled people here at the table from the Olympics, which will be interesting. The total access, again, most of the roundtables will be hosted by our own people of EFDN, but we do have some external experts who will talk about this. The total access one is done by CAFE, so a lot of expertise there. Tackling racism and discrimination. Obviously a big topic. We spoke about it yesterday already by
definitely.
Martin in the show Racism the Red Card and the Diversity Wins programs we have. That will hopefully one day stop, but for now we keep on going and we keep on trying to get racism out. The fundraising and the EU grant writing, which is a big one again. A lot of questions about this from clubs, leagues and FAs to how to do that. Upshot will give that training. So they will continue with this. The theory of change, communication, storytelling, development of CSR strategy, youth voices and youth panels, and the one I will host is the Morethanfootball network, and that's for the leagues and the FAs. So 10 very interesting round tables. Hopefully a lot of involvement, hopefully a lot of insight of all those people who will attend the roundtables. And this is basically what we're all about. The network, learning from each other, getting best practices, and move on to a better world.
Yeah, definitely. And the roundtables are a great way to do so. Like Robert said, max of 50 people. You can look at the descriptions of every table when you click on the link. So please see and feel free to choose what you like. And hopefully there's enough room for everyone. I'll just go through the rest of the program quickly before we go to Hubert, which is that we have live streams of the clubs at 11:45. We also have two quite big shows here at the studio Morethanfootball. One is about communication and impact. That one is with Jesse at the table once more. And we also have a 45-minute show here at the table, which is basically an EFDN for dummies. Everything you want to know about this company we'll explain right here. That is later today, but right now let's listen to Hubert about the Healthy Football League app.
Yeah, thank you. And this one is different than all the other presentations and live streams that you will have, because we now changed from Studio Morethanfootball to the Healthy Football League presentation, and you don't have to change to the Healthy Football League presentation in the agenda. We will do this from here. All the other presentations today, you have to go to the separate live stream. That's for that. And now I am happy to present the Healthy Football League program and the Healthy Football League competition to you. As some of our longer members will know, this is, I think, the third time that we are presenting the Healthy Football League, because it took us more than 2 years to develop the whole app, everything behind it, in detail, and the technical development took us a long time to get everything done. But I'm really proud to mention that the app is now online in all the app stores, on the Apple App Store and the Android App Store. And the whole idea about the competition is that you can beat your rivals off the pitch. So the Healthy Football League app was developed during the Active Fans program. The Active Fans program we started in 2018 with just 9 member clubs. Active Fans was based on a program called Football Fans in Training from the Scottish SPFL, but also the Eurofit program and Fan Active program of Fulham FC Foundation. In that program from Fulham FC, the idea was to create an app where you use the rivalry between fans to get people moving, and at the same time get a connection in a positive way between football fans and get them active. So that program ended in 2020, but the whole idea behind it was to create an app that was larger than the Active Fans program. The Active Fans program was only targeted at 35 years and older people, but within the Healthy Football League, everyone with an iPhone, everyone with an Android phone, everyone that uses a mobile phone can install the app and start scoring points for their team. The whole idea behind the app is which European football club has the fittest fans. So we want to create a European-wide healthy football competition, an online competition to improve physical activity of people all around Europe, and to increase the number of fans that are competing against each other. So the clubs that can use the app is only for EFDM members at the moment. So only EFDM members can create their own Healthy Football League competition and create a competition on local level, which then all their fans compete on a national level and on an international level. It both has an app and a website, and it's for all ages. And again, it uses the health data from the mobile phone. So everyone with a mobile phone from 9 years old to 100 years old can use the app and participate in the Healthy Football League.
Does your club have the fittest football fans in Europe? Time to prove it. Inspire your fans to walk, run or cycle to help your club win the Healthy Football League. Use the rivalry between football clubs to motivate your fans to get fit. Encourage fans to be active on match days to score bonus points for your club. Build your own Healthy Football League community and increase the connection with your fans. Time to get your fans active to win the Healthy Football League. Register your club for free on healthyfootballleague.com. Now available in all app stores.
So from now on, as mentioned, the app is available in the app stores, and for the next 2 months, we will not publish this online to any fans. This is just a launch for EFDM members, so they can see, test, and develop the app to their own local programs, to their own local IDs. So I will, in the next couple of minutes, I will explain how the app works, what you can do as a club to arrange that and make the app really an app for yourself or a competition for yourself. And I will explain in detail how the app works. So when a fan downloads the app, they can choose their own favorite football club. And again, for the first time, this is only available for EFDM member clubs. But they then, after they selected the favorite football club, they can start scoring points for their team. And EFDM will announce the club with the most active fans, the most fittest fans every year, and we really want to make a big fuzz out of it. We really want to make this on a level that you can mention that you have won a truly inspiring competition. The good thing behind the app is that the fans can compete with each other regardless of what league they play in, regardless if they play first division or second division. If you got a derby that is between clubs that are not in the same league at the moment, this is the league, this is the competition where you can compete against each other on a daily basis. So how the app works, you can score points by walking, running or cycling. It's based on the GPS location and then on the number of steps and the number of calories that your fans burn and take. They get points. And in the first years, it works on an average. So that means if you have 1,000 fans competing against a club with 10,000 fans, then in the first year that will be visible. After that first year, it will be in a percentage. So you got an equal playing field. But because we want to have clubs using the app, we inspire every club to get as many fans on the app as possible. So the fans can see their performances on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and see how many calories, how many steps they burned, and how many distance that they took and how many points they won for their favorite football club. What they also can do is start separate sessions on running or cycling. So it's a bit like Runkeeper or Strava or any other app that has a similar function. The only big difference between our app and those apps is you're really scoring points for your favorite football club. So and we think that having that link with football clubs in this app will really inspire people to do the additional steps, to go outside if they see that their club is just 100 points behind their biggest rival. I'm pretty sure that fans outside that go outside, walk the dog, or do an errand to make sure that their club will stay on top of the league. So you can create your own sessions with the start-stop function. It also has things in place. It has to prevent cheating. So if you go over 40 kilometers an hour and you want to use it in the car, the app will recognize that and won't count those points. So it has all kinds of things in place where to prevent cheating and so on. If fans share their sessions online, the club logo is featured in the post so everyone can see for which club that they are scoring their points. Well, now I think now a part that I think is really valuable for all of the EFDM members to organize, because what the app does, what the competition does, is that you can create your own local competition between fan groups, between schools in your city. If you go on the app, you get a login right after this session. You can contact our colleague Lewis. You can get your own credentials to log into the CMS system and build your own local competition between schools or fan groups or any other type of groups. And then that will, on a local level, you can then see who is the healthiest school or who's the healthiest fan group or the employees of a sponsor or anything like that. So after you have set your own local competition, then it's time, of course, to communicate that to everyone. So you can encourage your fans to get active and score points by setting up your own prizes, for instance. So you can provide incentives for good performances to get, for instance, discount on merchandise, to do match, to provide discount on match tickets or free match tickets. Everyone that will sign up for a club, everyone that score points for your team will help to get your club to become the fittest fan in Europe. So the more people go online, the more people that will help you to get on top of the league. So the benefit for a club is, and especially in this time of COVID, it's important that people stay active and that they keep moving, with this app, you have the opportunity not only to prove that you have the fittest fans, which might links in with the values of the club, but it also promotes you as a club that is interested in the community and really gives back to the community on a level from a health perspective. It also helps you to further strengthen the connection with the fan base. Through the app, you have the availability to send them push messages directly to the fans, to, for instance, to invite them to come to the stadium on a match day, when it's, of course, possible to do so after COVID time, to come to the stadium, walking or cycling, scoring points for your team, and at the same time solving perhaps an issue on parking around the stadium, or to lower the carbon footprint of travel to the stadium. At the same time, they all score points for your team, of course, and you can announce that through your club news, add merchandising to that, and include it in upcoming fixtures as well. So the app is free to use for EFDM members. You can manage all the users that have signed up. You can create your own groups, so the fan group, the grass groups, sponsor employee groups. It's free to download for all your fans. And you can also see the data that's behind it. So because of GDPR guidelines, every fan has to approve that we can use that data to send to the club. But I think a lot of them will do that. And then it's up to you that you can see where your fans are scoring your points from. So you won't see exactly the same the street, but you will see what kind of city, what kind of region that they are playing for your club. And that's interesting data to have. Of course, you can also send direct messages to them with perhaps interesting offers for tickets, but also to provide any other news, or just send out a message that you hope that they will be active on that day, specific day. So the app has a function where one step back. So when the fans do the cycling, when they walk, when they're scoring points, at the same time they will also win badges. So you got badges for doing 2,500 steps a day, for 5,000 steps a day, or for 10,000 steps a day, having burned 25,000 calories in total, 1 million calories in total. You can all win badges for that, and those badges can be replicated. So if you have 2,500 steps a day, that badge will be a fan will get 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, depending on how active they are. But there's also a number of badges that you can name yourself. So if you've got any health programs targeting 35 years old people, where the importance is that to lower their BMI or to lower their blood pressure, you can create your own badge. Mention that the badge is for a lower blood pressure or for a lower BMI, and when the participants then come to the club and see when they have lost weight or maintain the diet or stop smoking, you can then give them an additional badge. So in that sense, it makes it a true interactive app with the local health programs that you got running at the football club. So the fans receive also points for sharing the app with other fans. So when it comes public, then every time that a fan brings on another fan, you will score additional points. So the more fans you got on the system, the more points they score for your team. So to get this really active and successful within a club, it's important that you work together with fans. So what we've done in the app, you can install every match day, every home day match day that you have. You can insert in the app, and then the app recognizes on the day when a fan walks to your stadium or cycles to your stadium, they will get bonus points. That can be done in individual for individual points, but it also can be done in groups. So the more people walk or cycle to your stadium on a match day, the more points that they will score for your team. The more less trouble you have on parking, and the less carbon or the smaller your carbon becomes. So it really can contribute to the accessibility on match days for the stadium, and at the same time make your fans healthy as well. So I always use this photo to show what a healthy football club looks like on a match day. So this is the stadium of AA Ghent in Belgium, where they had very little parking place, so they did a whole program to promote cycling to the stadium, and this is what you can achieve if you really put your mind to it as a football club. Our app, our Healthy Football League app, wants to contribute to that. So if AA Ghent maintains this throughout a season, then they will be a tough competitor in our Healthy Football League app if they all have signed up and score points for their team, because this will really add to their total. So what we would like to ask from every EFDM member is to download the app in the app stores, try it out yourself, give us your feedback, what works, what doesn't work, and then starting to think of an idea how, and if you want to use it, then start off with an idea how you want to use this and promote this to your fans. Lewis from EFDN and myself, we can help you with that, organizing the local promotion to your fans, and also to see if we can integrate it into other programs or other campaigns that you're running. So what is the future for the Healthy Football League app? In the future, we want to create it to link it more with wearables. So at the moment, there's only 3% of people having a smartphone using a wearable, but that number goes up quite fast. So there's a number of things that you can additionally do nowadays with iWatches and things like that that have that don't link in with the current app, but throughout time that will change, and the more numbers that use compete in the Healthy Football League, the more features we will have. So for now, we only have about 4 badges that you can brand your own as the football club, but in time that will be to an unlimited amount of badges depending on the success throughout Europe. So the personalization and creation of badges is already a future, but we got set images for those badges. In the future, we want to create really personalized badges with local club colors and so on. So every time that we have reached a success within the competition, we would like to further develop the app for the future. But for now, the important part is that for the first 2 months, we get all the EFDM members online. You can share it with your colleagues. You can share it with participants, small-sided participants in your health programs, where we have 2 months to use the app, test the app, and then start the competition in January 2021. So the app is now available in the app stores to download in the Apple App Store or Google Play. You can go to the website healthyfootballleague.com, where you can download everything and search everything. If you've got any questions on the app, on the competition, you can contact me or Lewis, and we will guide you through it. I realize that I am way beyond, I'm finishing a bit earlier than expected, so I would like to advise you to get a cup of coffee and get everything installed for you to be on time for the roundtables at 10:45. So you've got about 10 minutes to get yourself together, get a cup of coffee or something else, and install yourself for the roundtables that we start at 10:45, and then choose one of the roundtables. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your day.